Today, I want to talk about a video that I ran across. I believe it was night before last. May have been yesterday. I'm not sure. I'm getting old now, y'all. But it was a video that Philip Scott had made. I know I've been talking about him a lot lately, but I've been watching a lot of his stuff too. Um, and it was about 3 years ago. I don't remember this happening, but maybe I've just forgotten. I don't know. So many things happen, Lord. But anyway, I don't remember this particular event, but what it was it was about this young lady, this young black lady she was only, I think, 21 or 22. And she had opened up a beauty supply store in the black neighborhood. This may have been in, ooh, I'm not sure if it was Baltimore or somewhere. Uh, but anyway, she had opened up this store and was, building her store, doing good, and everything. And to make a long story short on that, she ended up being robbed and killed in the presence of her child. And I think some other people may have been in the store as well. And, done in by her own so-called people, you know. Uh, a girl just trying to make something out of herself, build up the neighborhood. I'm sure she may have even had employees, they are helping her in that store. And these sorry son of a guns, they walk in there and they kill her, you know. And Mr. Scott was making a point that, it was because they were just mad because she was doing, trying to do something and had something going for herself, that it was mostly jealousy. Which does happen. Sometimes people just don't want to see you do nothing because they are doing nothing, you know. So, but one of the things though that he mentioned when he was talking about that was that people should get out of that neighborhood if they can. And if you can help people get out, get them out. Because I had the idea of going back, trying to rebuild the neighborhood, and as I mentioned in one of my other videos, until I saw a video about all these hoodlums running around here in Houston, bragging about killing people and stuff and being a terror in the neighborhoods, you know. So who the hell wants to move back there? So I thought he had an excellent idea, Mr. Scott, build another neighborhood, start another black neighborhood, and don't let them son of a guns in there, you know. I don't know how you get them out unless you can somehow get them all arrested and sent up to prison for 30, 40, 50 years, you know. So it's just a darn shame that people can't even live among their own people without being robbed and killed, for no good reason. So, I don't know, you know. Black people used to not be like that. We used to not have that in our society. Black people doing all of that terrible stuff the way some of them do. And I ain't buying this BS about there ain't enough jobs, there ain't enough programs. We need more money to do this. And no, black people were poor back. Hell, they were poorer than they are now. Back in the day, they weren't doing all of this stuff. I grew up in a poor town. I'm from Mississippi. Okay, Morehead, Mississippi. Morehead, Mississippi. It was segregated. I know all about segregation. And my folks were poor. We didn't have a whole lot, okay? A lot of people didn't have a whole lot, but everybody helped each other. Wasn't nobody running around killing each other. I don't even know if I even heard of anybody getting killed, especially by a black person, you know. Uh, and all of the stories about the things that were going on in Mississippi. But thank God, I never really faced any of that directly. You know, I realized later, shoot, my parents, although we were poor, I had a very sheltered life. So, but people didn't do that kind of, we didn't have gangs running around killing people and stealing everybody's stuff. No. Young folks were respectful of elder, our grown ups. If we had talked to our grown ups the way I see some of these young folks uh, talk to people these days, oh my goodness, I might not be here. I probably would have been dead. No. And then nobody had to beat me. I didn't look. I may have gotten one or two whippings that I can remember in my life. You know, did nobody have to beat their children all the time and all of that to keep them in line or no. I don't know what happened to black folks. You know what though? I really, I've never agreed with the way the welfare thing is set up anyway, letting able-bodied women, sit on their behinds and collect a welfare check for them and their children, just because you've had a baby. But I never agreed with that. But I've heard people say that integration was the beginning of the downfall for our people as far as morals and work ethic and all of that, because black people have always worked. You couldn't call a black person lazy back then. Well, everybody got somebody that's gonna be lazy, but as a whole, no, black people were not lazy. Black people did any kind of work they could do. Anyway, that welfare system, I think they're right. It was a bad thing. It was a bad thing. Made these women lazy. made the men irresponsible because they didn't have to work and take care of children. Let the welfare do it. Then you got all these single women raising children. Man just drop in every now and then, or why did we fall for that? Why? I don't get it though, because like I've mentioned before, I had a child when I was 16, but I never, ever was on welfare. I worked and took care of my own child. I did. I missed a year of school. I worked when I was out that year. I didn't go down and sign up for welfare. I went back to school and I married my child's father, when I finished school. But I never wanted to be on welfare. Maybe I'm just a prideful person or something. To me, no, I don't need nobody to take care of me. I'm able-bodied. I can work. I have a mind, you know. You get stuck in them checks and ain't got to do nothing, you're gonna get trapped, people. I see people, they letting their little daughters get pregnant, and the first thing they do, go sign them up for WIC and all of this other stuff. The state ain't obligated to take care of your ass, you and your daughter and her baby. You the one let her lay up there. You the one wasn't watching your daughter. Anyway. And you're just setting a trap for your daughter. That's all you're doing, people. Setting a trap for her. But anyway, I done got off track. Lord. It was about this poor child that lost her life. And but I agree with Brother Scott on that. Black people need to start a whole nother neighborhood. Because the ones that are being run by these hoodlums, you need to just let them have it. And let the police deal with them. And then what gets on my nerves too is every time somebody, and I know some of this stuff deserves the attention that it gets, okay? No person should be brutalized or killed by the police senselessly, okay? But what gets me is that the only time y'all have something to say? It's when a black person gets killed by the police or another white person? I mean, what about black people killing? Like this young lady. Everybody should have got together and ran all of them son of a guns out of that neighborhood. Whatever it took. I don't know. I don't know, Lord. But these people have these guns, everybody's got a gun these days, and they so anxious to blow everybody away. We live in a terrible world. I don't know what's going to happen. But you know, a lot of black people are doing just fine. But we scattered all everywhere because we're trying to get away from ourselves. You know, honey, I can't blame nobody that don't want to be over there in that hood, okay? Shoot. It's a darn shame. Anyway, I was contemplating, going back to the hood and opening up me a storefront over there, but that's totally out. So, what I'm going to be doing is looking for me another suitable area. So sad. But it is what it is. It is what it is. But you folks need to start protesting and making a fuss about black people killing black people. That's what I couldn't understand when all of this Black Lives Matter stuff, going on. But you're not saying nothing when blacks are killing blacks. Black lives don't matter when if you black and when blacks are killing them, taking black lives. It only matters when it's a white person. That's BS. I don't want nobody taking my life. Black or white, yellow, green, whatever color. It's all the same. Skin color don't make no difference. Wrong is wrong. That's why some people say, you know, they say anyway, some of the stuff they say is valid, okay? It is. I'm just going in circles, so over and out.